Warning, what I'm about to talk about affects each and every one of us. Maybe not today, but eventually it will affect us all because more and more of this is happening and we have yet to see the worst of it. Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. So I want to come on real quick, and I wouldn't normally do this because I just uploaded a video. Well, who am I kidding? If breaking news come in, I'm going to give it to you if I see it, okay? So, unfortunately, this is not good news. This is just added to the list of things that have been happening since 2020, okay? About 3-4 months ago, I did a story about stores closing. It was all of the Walmarts that were closing. And then I did a follow-up story about other stores that were closing. So now, just in today, there are 4 stores that will be closing. So I also don't want to have this be an extremely long video, but it's going to be what it's going to be, okay? So the 4 stores that are closing are Costco, Walmart, Kroger, and Lidl. They're closing certain locations right now. And I apologize for having to record this in the truck, but my son is downstairs cleaning out his fish tank. Well, him and my husband's fish tank, and that's a lot of noise. So you guys, I'm going to read some of this article, but I will leave a link in the description box so you can read it in full, okay? And I also apologize for being so disheveled, but I was laying down and just strolling on my computer, and I ran across this article. So today is July 20th, and this was uploaded the same day. The grocery industry has endured a roller coaster of ups and downs over the past couple of years. And the turbulence is far from over as supermarket chains continue to navigate daunting economic pressures as well as new technology advances such as digital shopping, cashierless checkouts, and even smart shopping carts. Now, we knew that this was all coming because we saw more self-checkouts than we saw cashiers in these stores. And I always joke with my husband. I say, well, do you want to, work for Walmart right now? And he goes, no, I'm going to let them work for it, which means I'm not checking myself out. I'm going to let them do it. This is also another way for them to not have to pay so much in money to employees' hourly wages. And, the wages had gone up, that they increased their wages at some of these stores. So it also says, in this ever-changing environment, upgraded stores have popped up to accommodate new demands and services, while some companies have also been forced to trim the fat by closing up shop in areas where it's no longer worthwhile to operate. So this will affect 4 major chains, okay? And some of them are going to be permanent. So the first one is Costco, and I'm going to read what it says about this location. It says shoppers in Springdale, Ohio will need to stock up on their favorite Costco bulk items soon as the city's only location braces to close sometime this fall. This fall. Remember me saying things are going to get worse, fall and winter. The corporation has wavered back and forth on the decision over the past few months, with initial plans to turn the store into a Costco business center, but that project ultimately fell through, and Springdale's Economic Development Director, Andy Kushta, I think I said that right, officially confirmed the closure in a recent statement to Fox 19 Now. Word to the wise, because I've been through these store closures, and although it's sad that those things are breaking down in the community and people will have to go further out to find what they need for their home or whatever, there are deals to be had, you guys, okay? If you have not seen my one where I talked about all the things that I got from that Walmart that closed, from medication, even some clothes, deodorant, soaps. We did manage to get a little bit of food, but majority of that was gone. We got a lot of camping gear and the supplies that we need for survival if we needed it. The operations team at Costco spent the past 2.5 months reviewing options for that conversion and determined it could not cost effectively be done due to the size of the store and the smaller business center. The Springdale Costco, which has been open since 2000, is expected to keep its lights on until a new location in Liberty Township, which is 10 miles away, has its grand opening scheduled for November. So they are opening up another store, but people who live around the vicinity of this particular one will have to now travel 10 extra miles. With fuel being the way it is right now, inflation is hitting everybody hard. I just don't know how, people will make it. So the next store that is closing is Lidl. Okay, this is a German-based store, and it's saying that in 5 years, they've had a big presence across 9 East Coast states, but on the heels of chains of massive growth, which they are opening up a lot of Lidls. They are doing that. But they are, however, closing a particular Lidl in Danville, Virginia. A spokesperson for Lidl, Jessica Shangle, told the Tribune that Danville store was underperforming and they just needed to focus on stores that were more promising in the growth. But they will be doing heavy discounts at Lidl starting on July 28th, ahead of its official July 31st close. Lidl in Danville, Virginia will be closing on July 31st. Sales start July 28th. The third store that will be closing, sadly, is a Kroger. I love Kroger. I really do. I wish we had one here. So it says, as other Kroger stores across the country receive special treatment with new features like expanded perks and experimental ghost kitchens, one store in North Plano, Texas is getting the boot. The store's closure was originally announced back in April, and I do believe that I did a video on that as well. And the supermarket chain said it was not going to be replaced. In a newspaper called The Community Impact, which serves Texas, including Austin, Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, shared that there is still no assigned closing date for the existing store, which is at 9700 Coat Road. But when the time comes, all current employees will be transferred to the new location. I apologize for my son walking up on me. I saw him, y'all. I keep my head on a swivel, okay? So the last store is Walmart. Store number 4 is a Walmart, and this will be a temporary closing, okay? But I'm still going to bring this to you because it affects people. I don't know. People from Mississippi do watch this channel. So customers in Hattiesburg, Mississippi are additionally losing access to their nearby Walmart, but only temporarily. The Supercenter located on U.S. Highway 49 closed on July 17th due to fire damage, but is slated to resume operations on July 23rd. So in just a few days, that store should be back up and running. If you're in that area, let me know in the comments if they did open back up once the 23rd hit. So you guys, just when I was about to end this video, I looked down and I saw that there are more stores. This is a totally different article. I will also try to leave a link to that in the description box. I reported on many of these stores, but this is more like an update to that. So Macy's is set to close 125 stores by 2023, limiting its presence in high-end shopping malls. The store called Express is set to close 25 of their stores this year. The next store is Office Depot. So Office Depot decided they were going to do a reorganization plan, which they first announced this in 2020, that they will be closing stores all the way into 2021. Now, I know you're saying, why are you giving me this old stuff? Well, the office supply company will then close an undisclosed number of stores and lay off over 13,000 employees by 2023. The plans, according to reports, are part of the company's ongoing effort to cut costs as it transitions from a traditional retailer to an IT service provider. Walgreens started closing stores down in 2019, actually, but they are still closing stores down. And I honestly can believe it, because every time I go to the Walgreens about my prescription, either the power is out but yet the lights are still on the inside, or they don't have enough pharmacists, so they had to close early. So they are having a lot of staffing issues as well as financial issues, I believe. So you guys, that's it for this video. If you found it informative, if it was helpful for you, or even if it was not, please go ahead and give this video a like, because it helps the channel grow. It helps push the video out to more and more people, so more and more people can be aware of what's going on out here that they're not reporting on the news, some of it. And thank y'all again for being here, all of my new and returning subscribers, family members / cousins. I really appreciate y'all for showing up for me, and I'll be talking to you in the comments. Y'all take care. Have a blessed and safe day. Hopefully this will be the last breaking news video for tonight. Okay, love you guys.